Okay, it's the last game of the baldnate block. And this, it's another favorite of mine, 1943 Kai. So, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I neglected to load my new splits. Easy enough. So, we're going to be playing normal, because normal, I'm sorry, not normal. We're going to be playing easy, because easy is faster, and it is also easier, but the speed tech is relatively similar across the difficulties. So let's go ahead and get going, and I'll talk more about the game as I play. 3, 2, 1, go. Me mash, mash, mash. So this is a game where, as a soul plane on a soul carrier, you destroy the entirety of the Japanese fleet stationed at the Midway Islands. I will note this was made by a Japanese company. Seems a little bit unusual, but it is a very fun game. An entire line of games, in fact. So I've already shown you the most important speed tech of this run, and that's this weapon, the laser. It just is so OP. It pierces targets. It does good damage. It's got good rapid fire rate. Here's the companion planes. And beyond that, there's some more tech. I'll fill you in when it happens. For the most part, I will be trying not to use the power-ups for health. If you're not familiar with the 1943 style power-ups, you sort of have to shoot. You shoot them to get them to advance through all the weapon options, including just health, which is what POW is. Which means you have to be a little bit precise with your shots, but also whenever you stop shooting, you let enemies advance on you or pile up, start shooting at you. These companion planes I've got, they're terribly fragile. So there we go, laser. Got to keep the lasers going. Pretty much every other weapon is not as good, at least in this version. In other entries in the series, and I think even the arcade of this, I think the other weapons have their purpose, but in this game, in this version, nope, it's all about the laser. And here's our first boss. It's the carrier Kyoto. This will be a common theme. There's really only a couple of different kinds of bosses. Naval surface ships. And bomber wings. We move up to the front at the top of the screen, because that makes it a little bit faster to proceed. And then we get this. It's basically saying, congratulations, you 100% destroyed the target. Which means I get an energy fill-up, which is part of the reason I'm not going to try to pick up too much health as I go, because I know health is coming at the end of every level. Also, I do have 5 credits, so can lean on that. You continue right where you are with the same weapon timer that you already have, but with full health. Also, your health, you'll notice it ticks down slowly and ticks down faster when you hit a bullet or collide with an enemy plane. That's also the same energy you use for your special technique, which is either like lightning strikes or tsunami. As much as possible, I'm going to be trying to not use the special technique, even though it's good for survival. Like on hard difficulty, I find Basically, the only way to get through the game is by using the special technique judiciously. But it does pause the screen, and depending upon where you are and what special technique happens when you press the second button, it will either pause the screen for a mere couple of frames, or will pause the screen from scrolling for like 5 seconds. So, now given that this is a marathon though, if things were looking desperate, I will certainly use it and just eat the time loss, but... Also, your special weapons timer, you can see it at the bottom, right next to the laser icon. You can only go up to 80. Okay, well, we lost our companion planes. It's unfortunate. As I said, they are terribly fragile. Companion planes can only take 2 hits. And it's not 2 hits each, it's just if the left plane gets hit and then the right plane gets hit, then they both blow up. Oh yeah, giant plane. But like most of the bosses, you're pretty much just applying lasers to them liberally until they explode. The big bombers are some of the easier bosses, to the point where I just damage boost through them. Because dodging means you're not doing as much damage to them. Keep my lasers going. You really don't want to... You don't want to run out of lasers. There's one place in this run to where you're pretty much guaranteed to run out of lasers. Because of unusual level design. And that's okay, I'm prepared for that, but pretty much everywhere else, running out of lasers or accidentally picking up a non-laser weapon, especially right before a boss, yeah, that can be pretty rough. I think I'm gonna get my companion planes back. And I already took one hit. So this is a boss, but it's just a whole bunch of these planes. Spawn for a while, eventually they'll stop. That's the last one. Yep, move up to the top and get out of here. Only 90%. So it is possible to sort of fail the mission, so to speak. You don't redo the mission, but you don't get your health power fill up. So that can be pretty rough. Hope everybody's enjoying these hot jams. Pretty much every song in this game is just wonderful. Oh. Oh no. That was okay. They all landed on top of each other. Couldn't really get them into a configuration I wanted. You can... And in shmup fashion, I don't believe there's any RNG at all on this. It's all based on... That was unfortunate. It's all based on your positioning. It's either fixed spawns, and then the enemies shoot where you are, or they track on where you are. Whoops. Here, we'll pick up that. There we go. Okay. That's exactly how World War II was. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, 1942 is a game. It was a story from my childhood. I had rented 1943 for the NES, which is pretty different. It's aesthetically similar to this, but in gameplay-wise, I would say more difficult. Also, there's like this almost RPG-like element to where you earn upgrade points, and you only get so many. And one of the things you have to power up is what special weapons you have available to you. Oh no, I didn't see it. I got not the laser. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just this boss is going to be harder as a result. The torpedoes aren't super bad, but the things they don't pierce. Here, I'm going to use the special technique. It's okay. We'll pick up the lasers again. And yeah, what was my story? So I'd played 1943 for the NES as a rental. And I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be great to have that so I could actually play the rest of the way through it. I went to the store. And I was like, oh, they have 1942 and it's much cheaper. So I got it home and popped it in, and oh my, it was such a disappointment. Okay, there we go. Oh, little Nate was very sad that day. Just manipulate those planes around. Keep the laser topped up. Get the companion planes again. And we have Ayako 3. The third revision. Guess what? Still not very strong. And mash, 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 mash. Oh, it's Yells with his radness. So of all things, I've never really noticed any lag in this game that you could reduce, but there is lag every level at the beginning. Oh no! Oh, oh well. And I think it's just as it's loading the first sprites. It's very weird. Don't know why they would design it in such a way. It doesn't interfere with gameplay at all, though. I can just tell you, launch from your carrier. There's a few seconds of basically nothing happening, but you can still control your plane. And then right before the first enemies come in, just a couple of hitches, a couple lag frames. Oh, it's Yashishi time. Full health. And another naval patrol. So pretty much all the bosses can actually time out instead of getting destroyed. Yes, I will. There we go. Fully powered up, ready for this battleship or destroyer, whatever it is. It's got really large deck guns on there. I'm just going to waggle back and forth, paint all those targets with laser, and down it goes. Ooh, that was a gold. Waggle strats. So if you wait for it, you can see the lag frames for just a bit. Yep. Yep. Oop, beep, beep, beep. Let all the planes get out of control there for a second. Still sort of out of control. Another Yashishi. So that's a trap. When you see those planes coming up from the bottom, you need to cross over them while they're still flying low. Oh, it's the rock. Okay, we're gonna do that. Yeah, all these planes attacking from behind. You have to manage them. And already lost it. Yeah, those companion planes, like I said, they're super fragile. Okay, we are headed to Totaku. A very impressive looking battleship surrounded with planes. Oh wow, flak cannons took out my... Not looking so good. Ooh, meat strats. What am I smoking tomorrow? I will not be smoking anything, sadly. Did I get it? I got it. It explode for a long, long time. So now things are about to change. So we're going to outfit our trainer biplane with jets. And the enemies are also going to get upgraded. When we don't take off from the carrier, we get dumped out the side of a long-range bomber. But yeah, now there's all sorts of crazy stuff. So this is the most Kai part of this game. Because if you've played the 1942 and 1943, I mean, sure, somewhat fantastical, but generally speaking, you know, it's... Oh, whoops. Troll weapon pickup. That's okay, we'll blast our way through here and get back to the laser. It's a super biplane. There. Back on the lasers. And lost the companionship. Got it back. For a while at least. Yeah, it is much harder to dodge from here on out. Nope, don't want to risk it. That circle power-up is the shotgun. It's a very slow, very wide-angle shot with short range. It does destroy enemy bullets, but it's not very good. I tell you what. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, Fingal. People will type the darndest things, won't they? A shout out to all the mods. We have quite the mod team. They do a great job of keeping things comfy, and I appreciate that work. Ooh, rocket firing hovercrafts. Oh, didn't kill that one fast enough. Okay, laser. And here, the translation of this boss's name is literally Water Fortress, and I would say it's pretty apt. So everybody bless RNG that we don't soft lock here. I've never figured out what causes it or not. Doesn't happen often, but... Yes, it blew up. The side planes shoot. So without them, with the laser. So yeah, what they do depends on sort of on what weapon you have, but with the laser it takes you from 2 lasers to 2 sets of 2 lasers. So it's a pretty nice upgrade. Just they're very fragile. Even more fragile if you get rammed from behind with crazy experimental aircraft. difficulty takes a pretty steep uptick. Lots of planes, lots of bullets. These laser guys, you'll get guided missiles if you're not on the ball. What percent of the time? I mean, I'd say at this point, probably less than 5%. But I've never worked out why, like what I was doing. Oh, almost kept the companion craft. Oh well. So that was Ayako Kai. Yeah, it's not great when it happens, Vani. So now we're going to fight in a tunnel against trains. If that seems unusual to do with a plane, then, well, you'd be right. This is also the level where I'm most likely to lose the laser, because you're moving really fast, which isn't just a visual effect, that also affects how quickly the power-ups advance on you. And as a result, you really don't get to think much about what power-up you're about to pick up. See there? Yep, I ended up with the torpedoes. Not what I would prefer to have. But that's okay. That's part of this level. So I will try to get back to lasers, but if I don't... Oh, I did! Okay. Because as you might notice, the lasers just melt these trains. Oh! Also, intermediate range bombers in this tunnel too. Seems like a bad idea to me, but what do I know about tunnel aviation and train-based combat? Okay, here's the big boss train. Straddles 2 tracks. Also seems like a pretty bad idea. But we've got the laser, so we're going to be able to melt this guy down when he starts to come back down. I think we're going to run out of... Ooh. It's going to be a photo finish on the timer, though. The weapons timer. Yeah, I think I'm going to run out right before he... Yeah. Do the waggle. Oh, okay. We got him. Without the laser, that's just a hard fight. Multi-track drifting. Well, hope you're ready. Because this is the last level, and it's a doozy. It's a large, multi-part level. First thing we're going to do is get our lasers back. Dope. Okay, we're getting our laser count back up. Lasers and homing missiles, it's all fantastic. Biplanes coming from behind. There we go, now we're good. Well, and the The R, if you press both buttons together, then you do a loop-the-loop. And as far as I can tell, it's worthless. It wastes time, so I try not to do it. Okay, we're going to descend and then fight that same trio of planes. It's like the most durable planes in the game. Oh, and of course they didn't quite get out of their way. Oh, I think the first, yep, 2cc. Get our companion planes back. For that to be the first continue, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good clip in this game. If you're trying to go fast. We're going to pull over to the side. We're going to let that laser sort of scroll down the screen. Pick it up later. So remember, anything you get past 80 is lost. Okay. Everything's shooting. So if you shoot a power up too many times, it turns into that, which is like a little energy tank. It's more energy than a POW is. There we go. But that's not it. Everybody get your RG lava ready. Because we're flying in a volcano now. Just like they did in World War II. And this level is just crazy. Made even crazier because the background is animating and makes it hard to see anything. And there's tanks. You're only going to see them here. More turrets. Okay, time to get that last sweet, sweet lasers. Because this is it. Totaku Kai. Get the waggle. Get the waggle. This game looks like one big panic attack. It's all about the attitude you bring into it. So I'm purposely using my special attack to slow down the scrolling so I could do more damage to it. It's gonna explode, and that's time. So that's only 20 seconds off my PB. Relatively happy with that run. But now we can watch the fantastic credits. Hoist the flag. Oh, thanks for the GGs, everybody. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed my runs. This little baldnate block. And if you like this sort of entertainment, I'd encourage you to follow Retro Gaming Live TV. We're one of the two organizations that came together, us and Next Level Video Games, to put together this speedrun showcase. And we get to see a nice slideshow of all the military vehicles that we destroyed. Oh, remember that time that we blew up that big plane? Good memories. So, on that note, I'm going to let this roll out. I'm going to mute the mic, and I'm going to check in to see how the next runner's coming along. Okay, well, I just confirmed the person following me will be The Big Mike 1983, and he will be playing a game where you are a very large lizard who has a problem with destroying large cities. So, hope you enjoy that. And I will see you guys around.